Hi guys, you good? I'm well and I'm taking good care of my physical and mental health, and I hope you're doing the same for yourself. Now, mental health is a term we are not so many are not familiar with. In fact, growing up, this is a term we don't really get to hear about. Maybe we hear it in different forms that we don't really relate to mental health. For me, before I really understood what mental health was, I really confused mental health and insanity. I know there are those who are still confusing the two to death. So many who are confusing it because they have not found anybody to explain it to them. They have not received the awareness around it. But there are those who are just ignorant to learn the difference. So today this video is about mental health, mental illness, and insanity. I want us to really get a clear understanding of these three terms. So stay put, and in case you're new here, welcome and be part of the journey, and remember to subscribe down below. And if you are my family, welcome back. I love you, and let's keep doing this. So let's get into the video. Now, mental health refers to mental well-being. All of us have mental health. It's being socially, cognitively, and emotionally healthy. Yeah. Mental illness is when somebody is diagnosed with mental disorders. Now, insanity is when one is completely out of touch, when they completely lose touch with the reality. That is insanity. So, by this explanation, we realize that there is a difference between the two. Mental illness and insanity are not one and the same. Now, who defines mental health? Is a state of well-being in which every individual realizes their potential, can cope with normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and can contribute to their community. Scientists are considering terms that can be used in the place of mental health to bring out clarity, because people are really still confused about mental health. They don't know whether mental health is the condition of being unwell or it's well-being. So terms like positive mental health, mental well-being, and subjective well-being are being considered in the place of mental health. If you remember well, the video I did last week was talking about self-love, and I looked at it in the concept of mental health. So what does mental health being? What does being mentally healthy mean? It means taking charge. It means taking charge of our mental well-being. Just as we take charge of our physical health, we need to take action to stay healthy and happy. And when you stay healthy and happy, you are in charge of your mental health. It is so fortunate that so many things that are good for our physical health are also good for our mental health. Things like getting more sleep, making time for yourself, being active, managing stress, enjoying a healthy diet, building up your confidence, meeting with friends, setting realistic goals, yes, and asking for help when you're stuck. There's no shame in that. Yeah. So now that we have a deep understanding of mental health, let's have a deeper understanding of mental illness. Mental illness is a health problem that affects how a person thinks, behaves, and interacts with others. Mental illness is a group of illnesses that are often diagnosed through standard criteria. They are also known as mental disorders. We have several types of mental disorders, and these include anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, eating disorders like anorexia, bulimia, nervosa. Yeah, I know some of you now that I've mentioned these mental disorders, you're thinking, wow, could I be having a mental disorder like anxiety? Anxiety is common in so many of us. Like for me, I think I've suffered from anxiety. Yeah, I've suffered from anxiety, and I think I'm overcoming it, or I think I faced it and overcame it. There are times I will be asked to stand before people, and my whole body will start shaking, my whole body will become hot, and I will start sweating, and my voice will not come out. Like, that is how standing before people freaked me out. I would start shaking, then I would wonder why. So that was anxiety. I'm shaking right now. Yeah, so I have spoken about the difference between mental health and insanity, and let me just look at it again, just lest we forget. Yeah, we have a mental illness can include both severe and milder forms of mental problems, such as anxiety, yes, anxiety, the culprit of all, and mild depression. We have mild and severe depression. Severe depression is treated in hospital. For mild depression, you might just maybe need a counselor. But for severe depression, you might need medication to manage it. Yeah? And insanity is complete loss of touch with reality. Yeah, so I really wanted us to understand what mental health is. And I want people to stop confusing it with insanity. I've had so many stereotypes around mental health. People thinking that the people who are suffering from mental health issues have been bewitched. We have mental illnesses, like some come in life because of life experiences, but some are hereditary. That is why when you go to hospital with a mental health case, they will ask you, do you have a case of do you have a history of mental health in your family, so that they can know how to approach this issue. So let's demystify the myths around mental health. People who are suffering from mental health, it's not like they are cursed or anything. It's not like they have wronged anybody. It's not like they have stolen from somebody. It's not like they have taken somebody's money and then they have been bewitched. Stop asking people to go to, I don't know, let's say that. Stop asking people to go to seek for treatment from wagangas. People who are suffering from mental health, they need our love, they need our care, because it's a thing of mental strain. If you can help somebody offload whatever is on their mind, the better, because when it keeps piling, it leads to something else. It leads to something else, unless it's hereditary. Even if it's hereditary, they still need the same attention. They need the love, they need the care, they need the listening ear. Taking care of them is not easy. Sometimes we get tired and we shout at them and We say things that we shouldn't have said. But let's remember that they need our love, and it's not their fault that they are the way they are. They can heal from that if we take care of them. They can heal from that if we show them love. And in case you are experiencing signs of mental health, seek medical advice before it gets to a point where you have to survive on medication. You have to take medication for several years. And remember, treating mental health in a good facility in this country is not cheap, it's so expensive. So don't allow yourself to get to a point where you know how to go to be confined in a mental health facility. If you can seek help early, the better. If you can seek help early, the better. Not all will be able to afford the treatment, and that is why some are committing suicide. Like the other day I heard the story of Joro. He's a comedian. He used to act on Churchill, and this guy has attempted suicide twice. Not really twice, thrice, because of the challenges he was facing. I remember him saying that there's a time he had decided, now I'm going to take my life. I'm going to throw myself in this river, and he was driving his vehicle, and when he was saying he drove, stop at the brink of the river, whatever it was, and when he was saying his final prayer, this lorry stops behind him and pulls the car. So he tries to drive and he's not able to. This man comes up and tells him, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That is a guardian angel, right? So don't die silently. Don't. I know in this pandemic situation, so many are troubled, so many are facing challenges, so many have rent to pay, so many have bills to sort, and it's draining to the mind. It's so draining. It's normal to keep things to yourself because not all people are outspoken and not all are open to seeking help. But for your mental health, seek help. Don't treat this like a shameful thing. No, you need that help. Seek the help of a friend. Go out, meet people, find activity that will distract you from thinking so much. Eat healthy, sleep healthy, be active, do all those things that appertain to good positive mental health, and live to your greatest potential. We all have to achieve our potential in this life. So just try your best to stay healthy mentally. And in case you're already thinking, seek help. You need to be saved. And remember, it's not your fault. And you're not alone. There are always people out here ready to share their experiences and encourage you. There are always communities out here ready to receive you and love you for who you are. So reach out and seek help. I love you so much. Next week, we might look into the different types of mental health disorders. I'm not an expert, but going forward, I might bring an expert on board to talk about these issues. Yeah, we learn every day. So I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and keep it here. Keep it Manabi Creatives.